Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode on the AI Guide where we're making AI human. And what does that mean? That means that we focus on the human impact of AI and all the associated exponential technologies. Because that's what really counts in the end, right? I mean, all the stuff that these technologies will do is cool, very cool, but what impact will it have on us and our ability to make a living, our ability to continue to make our decisions for ourselves? So click those links below. Check out my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, History of AI, and Overview of 10 Different Industries. It gives you a very quick but deep summary of what AI is impacting right now, and it's a quick read, a couple hours, maybe 3 hours, the whole book. So it's quick. And the other link is free resources where you can learn a lot more about AI than we can do in these short videos. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And let's talk about another one of these exponential technologies this week. We haven't done an update on 3D printing in a while. So here we go. So 3D printing, when it first came out, was only able to be done using plastic materials, or polymers as they call them, and very, very low quantities. So it's really a specialty thing. And we've talked about before on this channel how rocket companies have used 3D printing to print part or all of a rocket engine. SpaceX does that, but other rocket companies are ahead in terms of printing entire engines out of 3D with a 3D printer. We've also talked about how a 3D printer can already build an entire home, a small one, but it can build the entire structure of a home now. And they're using that kind of 3D printing in places like Texas and Arizona, where they're building mini houses for people and entirely done by 3D printing. So this technology has come a long way, but most recently it has had a higher level breakthrough. And what is that breakthrough? Let's check it out and see what it says. As 3D printing is increasingly used for medium to high volume parts, post-processing is becoming increasingly essential to make printed parts suitable for end-use applications. To address this need, several specialized advanced manufacturing post-processing companies are producing post-processing equipment capable of handling higher volumes of parts. So what does this mean? Well, this means that 3D printing is graduating from very small volume, very specialized parts to mass production. This is a huge change, right? Because standard production equipment needs people to load parts and unload parts. It needs people to set up the machines and change the machine between each job in a production process. I know what I'm talking about because I've spent many, many years in manufacturing environments working on technology. There are robots now, of course, and we've talked about that can unload and load machines, but production machines are still by and large set up by human beings. Well, 3D printers get past this. If you can, because a 3D printer is programmed from start to finish to do a particular job, there is no human setup. So this is the next level of automation, if you will, where a production process can be done completely with no human intervention. And especially if it gets to high volume, then it can mass produce parts for mass consumer products. This is a huge change. The other change that's very interesting is that 3D printers have gotten very proficient in the last few years with printing with different metals. So if they can print now with plastics and with metals, that's a lot of cases of what consumer products are made from. Again, we like to focus on the human impact of these technologies here. And the human impact is that 3D printing has really graduated to the big leagues because now, number one, it can produce medium and high volume parts. Number two, it can produce parts with multiple materials, including some 3D printers that are very specialized can print food or make wine. 3D printing has graduated in that second respect. And number three, 3D printing brings to bear full automation of production processes because you still have to have someone to program the 3D printer, but you don't have to have someone set up a piece of machinery manually to run a production process, even if a robot is loading and unloading it, and the machine can just run after it's set up. So this is a next level, next gen advanced manufacturing. And the goal here, like it is with all of these technologies, let's be clear on that, is to fully automate processes. Why? Because 3D printers don't get sick. 3D printers don't need vacations. 3D printers can, if they can make medium and high volume parts, can repay the cost of that printer within a year or so. And then after that, the company is more profitable by using these machines without all the complications of dealing with human beings. So you can see clearly that the logic of the market and market forces are driving companies in this direction. That's why you need to click the link below for the free resource. You can learn more about AI and prepare yourself for an automated future where the majority of, well, not the majority, but many occupations will be automated by 2030, 8 years from now. And almost all occupations will be automated by 2040. So click the links below, learn more, read the book, get the resources, and we'll keep you up to date on 3D printing, but this is a major step change in the evolution of 3D printing. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, and have a good week.